Hey guys, it's Baldy and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the interchange loot run, alright? In the previous video that we did on the best beginner map for Tarkov players, in the beginning of that video, I had to explain the outside run, and then that's what we're going to actually cover in this video here. And as always, there'll be chapters down below. You can go ahead and fast forward and rewind to a certain part of the section you guys want to cover, okay? But before we continue on, I just wanted to say if you could please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It means the world to me, and it actually helps me out greatly, okay? It'll help my videos to get out there into the YouTube algorithm. Now, I really appreciate you guys so much. We're doing pretty good so far. We just hit 13 subscribers, and it means the world to me. I really want to hit 100 by the end of the year, and I know it's a long task, but let's see if we can hit it, okay guys? Thanks. So this loot run hands down has to probably be my most favorite loot run in all of Tarkov. It helped me get out there and start looting and getting good items that I needed to find in raid early on when I started playing Tarkov, so it helped me out tremendously. So the plan was last night during my live stream, we actually wanted to do some tasks along with make some money to get the hideout maxed out and a few other things, okay? Last night's live stream, we went and we found a slick level 6 rig, a level 5 rig. We found 2 lions, we found 3 car batteries, and a bunch of other really good loot, okay? We made millions last night on my live stream, and it honestly was somewhat uncontested for the most part. There was a stretch where I died 4 times in a row with headshots. Regardless of that though, we've made millions on this run, and it was very beneficial, okay? The plan is that we want to do this at night, and at night it's not that bad. You can still see the light from the moon hits pretty good, so we're able to see a lot more out there. I recommend doing it at night. And also, if you're having trouble finding the caches actually do glow in the dark. Like, besides the tree branch ones, those don't glow, but the barrel ones do. So if you're having trouble finding it, you should be able to find it pretty easy. All right, now the goal was to make money and then also do tasks too. So we actually paired this with 2 different tasks, right? One of which was chumming, which is by skier, which you actually had to do a few other pre-tasks, which was super easy, but the hardest one to do was kill 5 PMCs on interchange between 2200 and 10 AM basically. The good thing about this run is that because most people are either under level or they're low gear because they're trying to just get as much loot as they can without having to spend as much rubles as possible, okay? The other thing that I wanted to pair this task with too was you had to do Ragman's task, which was survive interchange 7 times. And you're going to be able to do that super easy with this loot run, okay? Now, the reason why this map is really good for that PvP action is because, one, you have to do it on interchange, and no one who is brand new to this game wants to go into the mall and fight it out with a bunch of chads in there. The gunfight's going to be good because if you're not used to PvP, this is going to be a good squared away fight because a lot of the times the fights are coming head on, so you actually have an opportunity to win, all right? Alright guys, now we're going to go ahead and show you the loot run, okay? And it's very interchangeable. Anywhere you spawn on the map, you can just pick and choose where you want to go. It's just a big old circle in the end, okay? So let's get it. Alright guys, so we actually got a good spawn. We're going to go ahead and spawn right here next to Idea. Now, first thing we're going to do is take you through the whole map, okay? The markers right here are going to be this big old sign here. Not to confuse you guys with the sign out there on the highway, but it's this one right here next to Idea, okay? You know, look behind it, and there should be these big sets of rocks here, okay? You're going to come here, and between these 2 rocks should be your first stash. Now, the first stash, all the barrel drum stashes are actually going to be glowing in the dark if you're doing this at night. So if you're having a little trouble seeing it, you should be able to find it pretty easy, okay? If you guys are stuck finding your extra lunchboxes or anything like that, and then if you're coming this way and you're running out of energy because you've looted the whole map and you want to get some food before you go over to the railway extract, after this, you're going to come here all the way down. And there should be a box right here for you to grab that should have an extra lunchbox in it, okay? And it's right there, all right? After that, we're going to go continue make our way all the way down. So once we leave the rock area, we're going to come this way all the way down to the next set of stashes, okay? Be careful because if you spawn on this side, there should be guys coming from this way over here, and they'll probably cut that way to get into Idea to loot the computer room, okay? So just be careful. Try to make it fast if you can, or just be on the lookout, okay? Hop that guard railing. Right behind this little shack right here should be the next stash, okay? And there is the front of Idea right there. And then boom, there's a stash right there, right in front of this bush. So if you're standing in front of Idea, it should be right here. Or if you walk through the bush, it should be on this opposite side, okay? Right here, we're moving on to the next stash, which should be this way. You're gonna come here. Now, if you aim between this little section right here where the tires kind of like connect, if you walk through it, you should hop right over it. Sometimes you get stuck if you walk through it. Other times you don't, okay? So just be careful. I would aim for right here, and you can hop over. Try to aim for that in-between ledge. come here in this bush, and it should be a hidden stash right here, okay? If you look right here, right in front of idea, right next to this tall tree, right in the middle of the tracks, okay? After this, what I like to do is pre-aim this way, make sure no one's coming up through idea, or to hit this stash because it's a well-known stash. Coming across this guard right here, don't jump over because one, you're gonna make noise, and you're also gonna deplete a lot of energy too, okay? So just hop through this broken guard railing here, and then come down and aim instantly at this site right here, okay? Right where the ground and the bridge kind of like meet, because there's a stash right there and people are hiding right there, typically. And then pre-aim here, and then right there should be the next stash, okay? Boom. Get the crouch, stash. All right. Moving on to the next stash, we're gonna go all the way around. This stash might be taken because people are doing the stash runs too. Now, what you can also do is go ahead and sometimes you can sprint, you can catch up to them. I wouldn't recommend that, but we're gonna head to the next stash here. Jump over. I don't know if they patched it, but you could look up and then wiggle. And yep, they haven't patched it yet. So you could actually do that, and then you don't waste any stamina, okay? So look up. Wiggle. Sometimes it doesn't work. There you go. Just takes a little bit of force. And then you should be good. Follow this pipe all the way down. And then just stick to this wall right here, okay? This is the railway extract right here. Again, be careful because people might be doing this stash where they're running this way to go to idea that way. So just be careful. Keep your head on a swivel and you should be fine. Now, if anybody that spawned in this side of the map, what they're going to do is hit up the stashes, or they're going to go straight into the mall, okay? So now we're here. We're just going to go ahead and hit up the next stash. Stash number 4. Right there. Boom. Right next to this rock pile right here. Stash number 4 right there. After that, you're going to go this way. Follow this wall still all the way down. Boom. Another stash right there between these two bushes, okay? So literally the rock pile is right there, and the only bushes that are here should have the next stash right there, okay? Now, once you come from the stash, you're going to want to aim at this rubble pile right here, okay? Head straight there. Keep your head in the swivel. And then you're going to come right here. Between these two slanted concrete slabs, you should find it right there, okay? Turn around. You're going to want to aim for this fuel tank. Come this way. After you peek the corner, peek it a little bit and make sure that no one's there looking at you. Come through. Avoid the water because it makes some noise. And then right in this tree line, even me to this day still have trouble finding it. But it's at night, so usually it glows in the dark. So it's right there. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the next stash, which is gonna be right over there. You're gonna aim for these this little hill right here. You should see 3 tall trees on top of a little hill, and it should be between those right there, okay? See these tall trees right here? There's 3 of them right here. Next to this little one should be the next one, okay? And there you go. Come through here. So now we're coming back the same way we were coming from before. But I'm gonna show you guys the route to take, okay? Now, there's 2 things that you can do here. You can take all the stashes from there and dip out, or I'm going to show you the other alternative that I take if I don't have good loot or if I'm being a little greedy, okay? I'm going to speed it up. And the same thing, you're going to go all the way around, hit up all these stashes, and then dip. Stash. Now, what you can do from here is you can either extract over there, or if you're feeling a little greedy, or if you're bringing a duo and you guys are feeling a little greedy, you guys can come this way. And then stash. And then after this, you can go ahead and then just cut across here and then go all the way back to railway extract, okay? Or if you want to get your perks leveled up for fence, you can go ahead and use a car extract if it's available. I wouldn't recommend it because it's not 100% guaranteed, but you can use a stash, and then I would just bounce out the railway, okay? All right, now we're going to continue on the same path that we were on before. We had to change it out because it was getting dark, so it was getting hard to see for you guys. But what I would do is just stick this corner. There's going to be scavs around this whole highway area. Just go ahead and just hang out for a little bit, and then just take it slow. Use this tents as cover, but sometimes there's scavs inside, so be careful. Come along this way, and here is scav PMC extract. Is right here, okay? If you guys didn't know, you come here and extract with your scav or with your PMC. Come through here. Careful because the metal makes noise. And then you're just gonna come follow along here. Here is one of the trucks that you need, the fuel tanks that you need to mark if you are on that task. It's right here. Come around this way. Now be careful. Check these corners right here. Check this whole area right here. And especially right here. Two people like to camp right there too. Be careful. Come across this way. And now we are in front of the mall, okay? But scavs like to run through this little grassy area here, so just be careful with that. On this couch, you can find food. I found it serve 12s and a bunch of stuff, so you might want to check here if you need some food or anything. But next stash is going to be right here. Boom, right there. Sticking out, you shouldn't miss it. It's right there, okay? If you need a direction, it should be right next to that little pole right there. Or this pole right here, I guess. But yeah, it's between a pole. You shouldn't be able to miss it, okay? Next thing, we're going to hit up this sign right here. And then right next to the sign, right here next to the tree, is another stash right here. Boom, right there. Now, if you ended up having one of the key cards, you can actually go ahead and the power is on. You can check it by hitting O. And if the safe room exfil is green, that means the power is on. You can go to that tank right there. Hop on it and then open it up with that key card, okay? It has some armor and it has some crates and then some like loose ammo parts, okay? But we don't, so we're gonna go from here all the way down. Now head between these trees and then watch this tree line up here, okay? Come to this car. Sometimes the car right here in the seat has food. You might want to grab that. It has some cigarettes too if you're looking for the task for cigarettes. Come over here between these set of trees right here. And then once you get between these two trees, you're going to turn left. And right here between this two trees is our next spawn right there. All right. So the marker, like I said before, is you're going to come from the truck to, I guess, the set of trees right here. Right next to this one with the bush. Look left and you should see him right there in the middle. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is stand next right here. All right. Now we're moving on to the next stash, which is going to be right here. And this point right here is why I said it was good for PvP if you're playing this map, because the lines of sight are straight. You have nobody that should be on this side, and only from this section right here is that you have to worry about, okay? The gunfight should be head on for the most part, okay? Now you're going to come here. Between these two bushes should be another stash right there. After that, you're going to come here. I'd be careful with this section because the fire makes everything bright in this area, so you're going to want to be careful. I wouldn't either stay by it too long, or if you feel confident, you can check the bag and stuff. Come through here, follow the blue wall. I'd also be careful because when you're here on the moon, you kind of stand out next to this blue wall. So you might want to either come down here a little bit. Doesn't really matter. I've never gotten shot because of this blue wall. I've only gotten shot from in the front of me too. So it's up to you. Once you hit your first set of bushes and trees, you're going to want to come here. And in the middle between these three trees here is this stash right there in the bushes, okay? Grab that. Next one is ready to come all the way this way, and we only have a few more stashes left, okay, guys? All right, after this bush right here, when you start seeing trees, you're gonna want to climb down, or if you're already down, just keep going forward between these trees. And on this next set of bushes here, you should see a little pivot where a fire camp's at, I believe, or a bunch of trash. And you're gonna go here, search this bag right here. And then there's some little ammo container, like little ammo piles right there, along with some food sometimes. From this campfire, you're going to want to hit up, you should see some boxes right there, okay? And right between this stash here should be a stash right there. This one's hard to see at night, so just, if you can, stand next to the box and then just wiggle until you see it, okay? But it's right next to this box here. stand up, come to this one right here. Boom, right there. Now, after this, you could go 2 routes, okay? I'm going to come this way. Be careful with the scabs over there, because not because the scabs will shoot at you, because I mean they will, but you want to be careful because you want to make less noise as possible, because if there's people over here or over there in that direction and they hear scabs popping off at you, they're going to look this way and they might go and hunt you, okay? So I would avoid them, not because you're scared of the scabs, but because they're going to set off an alarm, okay? A dinner bell, if you will. After you come this way, you're going to go ahead and extract, or what I like to do is come this way, hit up this last stash, and then I'm out. Now, after you hop the fence here, right next to this little tree in the middle of the open here, you should see a rock. This rock right here is our next landmark, and right next to it should be a search barrel, okay? After you get the hidden barrel, go ahead and extract. And this is going to be the Emercom extract. We're going to go ahead and jump forward if we get the extract next to power station, okay? All right, guys, next spawn is going to be here right next to power station. You're going to hop over this right here. Next thing I would do is go ahead, come here first, hop over here. And right next to this building, right next to the bush, is the next stash, okay? After that, I come up here this way. Card extract is there, so if you find something good like a graphics card in this building, I would just dip out as fast as I can, okay? You're gonna want to come around here into the front. First thing I do is turn the power on. It does 2 things, right? It gives anybody the chance that wants to come here to turn power on the ability to go loot inside of the mall, okay? That way they keep you away from you and you don't have to worry about it, okay? The issue with that though is that they know you're here, so they might try to hunt you. But for the most part, people want to turn power on to loot all the big buildings in the mall. The second reason why I do it is when I'm doing those loot runs, and if you have that container that needs the key card, it's already on, and you can go loot that afterwards, okay? There's a spawn right here. Tech spawn right there. See, there's a golden G phone right there. The broken LCD. Another tech spawn right there, okay? And then there's a computer here. The drawers right there. Computer here. Jacket. Computers. I would loot it in that order. Come this way. There's food, med spawns right there. Jacket, jacket. Jacket, jacket. Come this way. Toolbox. Toolbox. And then sometimes you can find fuel conditioner sitting right there if you want. And there's a toolbox right there, okay? After that, you're going to bounce out. And you can either come through the front or come to this side here and open the door, okay? If you open the door here, people know that you've been here because this is normally closed, okay? So kind of be careful, especially with people that spawn in this direction here. They're going to be coming straight here potentially, okay? So be careful with that. Now, you can either extract this way, and then you see the big old sign in the beginning of the video, head that way, or you can head there to Emercom, go ahead and head that direction, okay? If you want. If you are here, I do believe that your extract is going to be Emercom checkpoint. You actually have a good spot to loot the whole map, essentially, okay? And then extract. Then from here, if you want to go ahead and go to Emercom straight away, all right, between these 2 buildings right here and these transformers right here, you can actually find a toolbox, and then another extra lunchbox, okay? And then you go come this way, past these transformers here. Right next to this blue fence on this side is going to be the next stash right here.
Can I come this way?
And you can either head over to extract to Emercom, or you can go to railway side and then loot the whole map. That's it, guys. All right, guys, that is it for the video today. I really hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. Hope you guys make a ton of loot from it. Just be careful. And to be honest, I would bring a friend with me just in case if you die, he can take your loot out, and then you also have some eyes and ears, okay? So what I did with I have friends, and that we did this run. When I had friends that did this run together, we would exchange loot stashes. So I would loot the next one, he would loot the one after that, and we would just continue on until we get a bunch of loot, and then just keep doing it over and over and over again. Okay, guys? I hope this video was helpful. If it is, go ahead and like, subscribe. It'll mean the world to me, and I really appreciate it, guys. So until next time, guys, peace.